Welcome, my love light lifers. Natty T here, your vibrational coach. And today we're going to do something fun and we're going to do a pick a card. Today's pick a card is a general career / finances reading. So anything to do with your career or finances is going to come out here today. We've got 3 piles for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a overall theme, which will come from my new Starseed deck over here. Woohoo! How pretty is this? I love this box. It's so gorgeous. And then we're gonna do the 6-card career reading that I usually do. And we're gonna clarify with the second deck because I found my second deck. And then we're going to pick some what I call paper charms. They are these cards that I've made myself. So rather than having a bowl full of charms, we've got some paper charms that I've stuck onto cards, and we're going to see what they say. And then we're going to finish up with a affirmation. So that affirmation is going to come from this deck here, the Super Attractor deck, just so that you guys have something to take away, because it doesn't matter what comes out in this reading, you've got to remember that you create your own reality. And whilst this might resonate with you, you might be attracting this. It may be your current energy, it may be future energy, it may be past energy. But if you're resonating with this, you might think, oh, the outcome, I don't like it. Or maybe you do like the outcome, but you don't believe that you'll get there. The really important thing is to remember that this is all just fun, and this is the energy that you're reflecting right now in this moment. It doesn't have to be, this is not a prediction of your actual future, okay? This is just a current trajectory based on what you're attracting right now, which could play out or maybe it won't. The idea is, though, this is the law of attraction. So you get to say, so there will be some major energies that you kind of will have to interact with and play with. However, this is your life. You get to choose, but this can be a really interesting way of figuring out what your point of attraction is and where that point of attraction will take you. I will show you the cards right now. This is what we're looking at. Pile number 1, we have our smiley face. Pile number 2, we have our love heart eyes. And pile number 3 is our laughy face. So I want you to take a minute, take a deep breath, and close your eyes. Just relax for a minute. When you open your eyes, the first set of cards that jumps out at you that you are attracted to or drawn to, they're the ones. That's your pile. So whatever, it might be the first one that you lay eyes on, or it may be that as soon as you open your eyes, you want to look at a particular deck. Whichever one appeals to you the most, as soon as you open your eyes, the first one, that's the one that you want to pick. So if you want some more time to do this, pause the video now. Otherwise, we're going to get straight into pile 1. Hello, pile 1. If you are pile 1, you picked this smiley face. Isn't he cute? Okay. Our first card out, and the overall energy coming from the Starseed deck, is this card right here. This card here is talking about, it's called Cracked Open. And as you can see, there's somebody there. I don't know if you can really kind of see it. And they have indeed been cracked open. And if you have a look inside, there's all this kind of light sort of jumping out of them, being revealed within them. What I feel this card is saying is the text says, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. And what I think it's saying to you is, wherever you are at the moment, you either feel like you're hitting rock bottom, or that you are going to hit rock bottom, or that you're in just a place you've never been before. In other words, this is not where you usually are. You may be feeling like it's a little less than where you normally are. If you're watching this as soon as it came out or close to, it may have been the whole COVID situation. You may have lost a job. You may have taken a hit. Maybe your business took a hit. Maybe you haven't got, or your clients have sort of taken leave, or you're kind of suffering a little bit. But we're going to do a 6-card career spread that I normally do. So let's find out a little bit more about this situation so that we can figure out sort of what to do in the situation, because I feel like this particular card, that light that's shining from within, saying surrender. And I really think that the overall energy for you is to surrender, not just as in give up, but as in just lie there and float. Let the energy take you. Let whatever will be, will be. I feel like the more you fight this, the worse it's going to get. Like the longer it's going to take. Like eventually you will get back on your feet. But I feel like whatever it is, if you just let things happen and don't worry, don't think about it, don't stress about it, just let it go, then I feel like you will just drift towards your highest good, what's good for you. Okay, so now let's have a look at our first card, which is the Nine of Pentacles. This represents you, which tells me that things are not really as bad as they seem. However, it also might be that this is what you're trying to portray to people. Maybe things are a little bit hairy for you at the moment, but you're trying to project an image of strength and not let other people know too much about what's going on. It might be that in your business, you don't want people to know that the business is struggling a little bit. You may not want people to know that other clients have dropped out in case they do as well. But you're trying to sort of put on a show of strength and that everything's going your way and that you got these, your pentacles are stacked and you're single, you're happy, you're carefree, very much entrepreneurish kind of energy, and that you are, everything's going hunky-dory for you. However, inside I feel like you're a little bit rock bottom-ish, and it may not even, I feel for some of you it's not actually your career and finances that hit rock bottom. There may be something outside of your career and finances that hit rock bottom, and that's affecting your current status. So, but you, for all intents and purposes, you are showing very successfully, I feel, this image of strength. Our next card, Six of Cups. So this is the recent past, funnily enough, which is a card of the past. All right. And when I look at this card, I can see somebody sitting here. They're sitting there with a cup and they are reminiscing. I feel like there is a fear. You've been fearing something from your past. Perhaps things weren't always like this. Perhaps you weren't always in this situation where you were feeling kind of Nine of Pentacles, got my stuff together kind of energy. And I feel like you're afraid that the time before that is going to reoccur, and yet this is usually quite a sweet and promising card. So I'm feeling like it's not particularly a bad thing, but you are reminiscing, I feel, a little bit too much about what happened in the past, and maybe you're being a little bit triggered. And in the recent past, you've been triggered about the past, because this is a past position talking about the past. So in the recent past, you've been thinking about what I feel is the long-term past. Somewhere in your past, something may have even, maybe that's why this is our overall energy, is perhaps you've been to rock bottom before. You're not there now, but this is maybe what's in the back of your mind and you're fearing is going to happen. What's our third card? Our present. All right. This, if you're not experiencing this right now, you're about to, because this is a really, really good card to get in your present position, because this is telling me that there is some kind of truth. There's some sort of revelation or idea. I feel revelation or idea that is going to strike you. And it may be a project of some sort, but I feel like it's just an attitude. It's an attitude that says, hey, the past is the past, and I'm not the same person that I was in the past. And that particular energy is just really hitting home. You knew it before, but I feel like all of a sudden it means something to you. Let's flip up. What have we got? Oh, the Sun card. Looks like you're doing an uber good job at this, because this is how others are seeing you. They think that everything is okay. All right. You may be going through a pretty emotional time right now, but everybody is seeing you as the Sun. This is the best card in the deck. This is fun. This is love. This is success, victory. This is every positive emotion you could possibly find. Whatever positive emotion you're looking to feel, you will feel it with the Sun card. It's a big old fat yes. It's also a card that usually depicts children as well. Even though there's no child on this particular card, I do feel like this little fellow here does resemble Cupid. Not the baby Cupid, but even in that mythology, Cupid wasn't always a baby. So I feel like this is bringing something, birthing an idea and bringing it to fruition. And look at that strong, healthy Cupid there. So basically what I'm getting from this card is that people are looking at you like everything is hunky-dory. It's better than okay. Okay, so that's what other people are seeing. And if you're wondering why, because this is just popping up for me, if you're wondering why no one's rushing in to help you, if you're wondering why no one's being supportive, it's because they think everything is okay. So if things are not okay, please understand that you may have to communicate with somebody. You may have to tell them that you're having this anxiety or this fear. But I do feel like even if you don't get support from others, I feel like you got this. I feel like you're going to figure out what it is that you need to think of or know or feel, what attitude to take in this particular position. So now we're going into the immediate future, which is Justice, which is a great card because it's balanced. Okay, so I feel like you're worried about nothing. I feel like you're really worried about nothing. Things are going to turn out perfectly. And if there is some sort of a legal side of things, if you're wanting to sign papers or get some sort of legal process started or finished, these two cards are coming out right next to each other, which means if you're signing contracts with other people, guess what? They're all going to work out in your favor, honey. This is really, really good. Having these two cards together is fantastic. And it tells me that in the immediate future, anything legal is going to go your way, especially if it involves other people. All right. And our outcome. This is amazing because this is a passion, and that passion is going to move forward really quickly. Something's going to come up. It might even be this guy here. Whatever this is, this idea, this revelation, this attitude, it's going to lead you to be able to rush into your passion project. Something maybe you've had on the sidelines, or it may be that this particular piece of paper, this legal document right here, may be leading you towards, maybe giving you permission and leading you towards being able to rush into that passion project that you have wanted to start. So even though we started off on a pretty sort of kind of note, we're noticing here that what's really going on is our Knight of Wands. You're going to get the go ahead and you're going to be able to rush into that passion project. And I feel like all of this fear, it's unwarranted. Just surrender. Whatever will be, will be. And I feel like this is all going to come to fruition for you, and you don't actually have to do much. Just let it happen. Okay, next we're going to clarify this Nine of Pentacles. So our next card out, the Chariot. Okay, so this is you right now, and like I said, you're wanting to project this strength that I got it all going on. All my pentacles are in a row. This is also the victory card. This is a victory card. It's not just a card of movement, a quick movement. It's also a victory card, but it's also a card of focus, because these are sphinxes. Sometimes they're horses, black and white sometimes. But these two guys, they want to go in two different directions. And this guy here has to wrangle them to make sure that they're going in the right direction. But all over, he is successful and they move quickly. But it takes a lot of focus from this guy to keep them going in the same direction, because they want to go in different directions. So what it's telling me is that this particular balancing act that you're doing to portray this strength is successful. You're having victory at it, but it's a lot of focus is needed to do it, because I don't feel like you honestly feel you're here. And this is, I feel, just what you are portraying to other people. It's what you want them to see. Okay. In our recent past, which is our past position, we're clarifying that with, again, this is exactly what I was saying about this card, because what we're looking at here is the Seven of Swords. Okay. This tells me that in the past, somebody was sneaky and untruthful. And this is where I think we come in with our sun and our justice, saying, listen, I know people ripped you off before. I know that people were not truthful before. I know people were sneaky in the past, and you feel like that is what is coming up here now. But this is in the past. Okay, this is a past card, says it's in the past. And this energy here, this sneaky swords energy, usually in the Rider-Waite Tarot, we see a guy sneaking away from camp with 5 swords, but he's left 2 in the camp so he can come back later. So what we're looking at here is, this is what you're afraid of. This is perhaps what got you to rock bottom. Okay. And why you fear it, because somebody was not, because this is also a victory card and a justice card. You can see, can you see? This is the same woman. The only difference is that this sword is balanced. See that sword there? She's very much able to wield it. The thing I always note with this particular card, which is the card that's in our present position, is that this sword is way too heavy for this particular woman here. And it's not balanced. It's not a balanced position. But this is our present and this is our immediate future. So I feel like once we get this positive outcome, you can handle it. But right now, it's weighing really, really heavy and you feel like it's going to topple you over. You might break because of it. But it's only because you keep getting triggered from the past. If you let go, if you surrender, let go of this past and expecting that this energy, this sneaky, lying, thieving energy is going to come back and cause you to hit rock bottom again. If you let go of that, this is who you are. And this woman is very, very victorious, okay? Because even though this is the Ace of Swords is a card of victory, in this particular deck, I always notice that this is a really heavy sword for her. And this is a very heavy revelation, a heavy idea. It's something you need to grow into, okay? But as you notice, even though it's big, she's trying to carry it with one hand, all right? Which tells me use the other hand. You've got more resources mentally, emotionally than you are using right now. Okay, so she's trying to hold that big. But if you have a look, if she was to use 2 hands, that wouldn't be so heavy. Okay, so we're going to clarify her, and our card is the Moon. Okay, so this is, again, the fear. This is exactly what I just said just now, exactly, without the Moon card, exactly the same story, okay? The only thing that makes this so heavy is that there are all of these fears underneath the surface. It may actually be that you're not quite aware that this energy is weighing so heavy on you. Okay? So in our others position, okay. So this is really interesting because in the others position, clarified by the King of Cups, this Sun tells me that it's not just everybody else who is seeing your strength and your victory. There is a particular person, somebody who cares about you a lot. They may not express it. It could be somebody from work. It could be a boss. It could be a friend. It could be a family member. But this is not somebody who goes around exclaiming how much they care about you, but they show it in their actions and they have a lot of hope for you. It could be the person that you are dealing with in this justice situation, but it might just indicate that this person is very mature and integral, and may have an emotional investment in this situation. And you may not be the emotional investment, but it is causing them to see you as this Sun card. It may be that what you are both, this situation that we're looking at in the immediate future with the Justice card, whatever deal is happening here, whatever legal situation is happening, that it's going to open up things for you, but it's also going to open up something for somebody else that is something that they're really emotionally attached to, and they're seeing you as the Sun being able to facilitate that and have a very happy situation, a very happy movement forward. And perfect. Okay, so here we've got the 9 of Wands. Okay, so this to me is saying that in the immediate future, you have this justice that goes your way. But if you're not careful, you're going to be really, really worn out by the time you get here. Okay? This is telling me you need to just be careful. Just be aware of all of this energy. This energy here from the past is taking its toll on you. It's wounded you. And it may also be that part of your victory is over that old energy that has been wearing you out. Okay? But you gotta do it. You gotta do it. You can't just, you have to make the effort to surrender. I know that sounds contradictory because you don't actually effort to surrender. But the thing is, you will be drawn to do what you normally do. Law of attraction, you will be more likely to do what you've always done in the past. So you have to be mindful. So it's not really effort, it's just mindful to surrender to it. Because if you don't, you are going to be absolutely emotionally and mentally wrecked by the time you get this, which means that this energy here, which is being clarified by the 2 of Pentacles, will be a struggle. It'll be a juggle, because you will be juggling I feel like what you're juggling here is this passion and this need to rush forward, but also this energy where you're really, really tired. It's really taken it out of you because you've been stressing the whole time. Everything was always going to be okay, but you've used this time to stress. And so now you're not in the best position to run out there and look at this guy. He's so passionate. He's about to take off. Look, that horse has wings. That's a Pegasus. It's about to take off real fast, real high, really well. Like this is really, really good energy for a passion project. For whatever you're moving forward with here, fantastic. But it's going to be some sort of juggle. You're going to have to be juggling things if you don't let go of that fear. All right, so let's have a look at your affirmation card. To begin the practice of allowing, I must get out of the way and let spirit give me direction. Now that's backwards to you, but that doesn't matter. please understand, this is exactly what I've been saying the entire reading. Okay, pile one, I am so happy with this, because this is just basically telling you, hey, things are going to work out. You can be absolutely effed up by the time you get there, or you can let it go and just surrender. Let it go and let the universe just guide you. If there's something that's important that you need, that needs attention, if you just surrender and be quiet and let it happen, you'll feel it, you'll know it, it will grab your attention, you'll get an impulse so strong that you will move on it. Just trust. The universe will not let you not hear it. You're the one who lets yourself not hear it. And it's by the worry and the stress that you don't hear it. So just relax. Everything's on the good, the up and up. My pile ones. I hope you've enjoyed your reading, pile one. We're going to move on to pile number two. Oh, actually, we're not going to move on to pile number two, because you know what I forgot? We have, where did he go? I've lost him. We've got our, where are our cards? Where are our paper charms? Where did they go? Where did our paper charms? Oh, they're on this side. Okay, excellent. Okay. Almost forgot your paper charms. Don't want to do that. Okay, so we've got this bird cage here. This is a lot about freedom. And I get a very Eight of Swords kind of energy about this one. This is, again, saying don't lock yourself in this mental cage, because we've, again, take a look at that. Departure. I take these little leaves as abundance, okay? In other words, your abundance relies on some sort of departure, and I feel it's the departure from this cage. And our last one is our ice cream. And this icy pole, to me, is saying reward. This is your reward. When, I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, if you ate all of your dinner, you got a reward, and it was some sort of ice cream. And so this is what I'm feeling from this card, is that there is some sort of reward for getting yourself out of this cage. Departing from the cage will lead to abundance. Ooh, I can't believe I almost hit these. I love these cards. I made these, and as I was making them, so many messages were just popping into my head as I was pasting them together, and they really do speak to me quite easily. So they're your paper charms. Sorry, I almost forgot about them. Pile number one. I hope you've enjoyed this reading, and I'm going to move on to pile two for real this time. So if you picked the love heart face, beautiful. This is the reading for you. We're going to start with an overall energy, and that's from our Starseed Oracle. We the Havers, deep love, mother's milk, birth is a portal. If you're thinking about starting something new, if you're thinking of a new project, a new business, a new career path, if you've got a new idea you want to take to your boss, if you're thinking of a new advertising campaign, this is abundant, absolute abundance. I'm feeling very Empress energy, that mother's milk and that deep love, very, very much Empress energy from this card. And it's telling me that birth is a portal. In other words, it's time to birth something new, and it will be successful, and it will be absolutely gorgeous. Ooh, I'm excited for you, pile two. Okay, so let's grab our 6-card spread and let's see what happens. What have we got for our querent position? Oh, there's your idea. There's your idea. This is a passionate beginning. That's your idea. Okay? Whatever this idea is, you know what it is, because it's consuming you right now. You can't stop thinking about it. It's who you are. You and your idea are not separate. you just didn't come up with an idea for something, okay? You and your idea are not separate. You are the same thing. The creator is the creation type energy. This is beautiful. Oh my God. Recent past. All right. You've had your focus. This is putting in the work. You've done the work. If you're here at pile 2, you've put in the work and you've moved forward. Okay? And I feel like this is, you got the bug. You're ready, okay? You've been focused. You've gotten these 2 ponies, these 2 horses, the black and the white, that want to traipse off into 2 different directions. You've gotten them to go in the same direction, okay? It's your heart and your head, or your fear and your desire. You know, you have balanced them and you've focused them into the direction, and lo and behold, bang! The most amazing idea has come to you. And it's so strong that I don't feel like I need to tell you to follow it. Okay? All I'm doing here is confirming how freaking amazing your idea is right now. I don't feel like I'm telling you anything that you don't know. If this pile is resonating with you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And maybe your brain's jumped in and gone, well, I don't know. Is it too good to be true? Is it really as good as it feels? It's as good as it feels. Okay. In our present position, exactly what I was just talking about. You're in your head, you're worried, you're up nights. Why? Because you're not really sure that this amazing stuff can actually come to fruition. You're not sure. Something's causing you to doubt. I'm not sure what it is just yet, but there's a doubt. And I feel like it's because you were just doing this. You're just moving. You're just focusing. Why? Because that's what you knew you needed to do. But now that it's here, you're a bit afraid. You're up at night, you're not sleeping because you've got this amazing idea. And I feel like you're afraid that it's a bit too good to be true, except it's not. It's not. Deep love, mother's milk, birth is a portal. Okay? You are birthing, and like I said, I've got very much Empress energy from that card, and I'm telling you, you're birthing something huge, an empire of some sort. You know, it may not be a literal empire, but you are birthing something pretty huge, at least to you, because that energy is really feeling major to me. Okay, let's see how others are seeing it. Somebody around you, if not everyone around you, is saying the same thing to you that I'm saying. Take a leap of faith. Do it. Do it. It's amazing. And you're going, but what if it doesn't work out? What if I don't know how to do it? I've never done anything like this before. And it's like everybody else is like, it's amazing. Go for it. Do it. Do it. It's perfect for you. It's perfect. Do it. Okay? You've got some really supportive people around you. And even if they're not saying it, they think you should go for it. Go and have a chat to them. Go and have a chat to them and go, what do you think? Because I think deep down they can see that it's a risk. It's a risk, but it's a risk that if they love you and they care about you, they know will be good for you. At the end of the day, this is something you want to move on. You are really passionate about this, and you can turn this into a victory. Okay? But this energy here, be careful with that, because as beautiful as this is, that's the kind of energy that will pull you down. And the thing I love about this Fool card is this guy doesn't have a little companion, a little dog who's nipping at his feet. Okay? This is real talk. This is real talk, because I'll show you something. The little doggy that normally nips at the Fool's feet, he's saying, go for it, make the leap, make the leap, make the leap. But the dog can't do anything once he jumps off the cliff. Once he steps off the cliff, the dog can't do anything about it. But in this card, we have a bird here. And that bird is not only the messenger that says, keep walking straight off that cliff, he also knows that if something goes wrong, he can fly in and at least make that impact a little bit softer. Okay, so let's have a look in our immediate future. You really got to stop. You really got to stop, because there's something unknown here. And I feel what it is that you are in this position where you've got this amazing thing and it's moving forward and you want it to move forward, but you're scared. You are scared out of your pants because you've never done this before and you don't think you know what you're doing and you don't think you know how to do it. But I feel like this is saying that you might be moving forward, but you may not be telling anyone about it. Okay, you might be keeping it sort of as a side project, as a night job, sort of working by the light of the moon. Wow. We've got, I feel that Empress energy, but we've got three of your five cards so far are major arcanas. Let's see what we've got. There's the fifth. There's the sixth card and the fourth major arcana. It comes to a successful completion, okay? Because this is your outcome card, which tells me that you are going to make this leap of faith. You are, but it's going to be so scary for you that you're not going to tell anyone about it, okay? You don't want people to know that you're doing it because you're not really sure that you're going to get this successful completion. So let's clarify some of these cards and see what comes out. Okay, so our first Ace of Wands. Oh my God! Seriously, what are you worried about? That Pentacle, Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. This is grounding. The idea, this is you are, this is, I can't even get it out. This idea, this project, this passion, whatever it is that you're creating here, it's grounded, it's going to happen, and you know it's going to happen because you are the project. This could be like a personal brand of some sort, because the creation and the creator are no different, and so long as you exist, this project, this passion will exist. It's a part of who you are, okay? Let's see what the Chariot, let's clarify the Chariot. Okay. I feel like this Queen is you, okay? You're in love with this project and you've nurtured it. So this isn't the beginning. This is something that maybe you did this as a hobby or something. You did it because you loved doing it. And that's how you got so focused. That's how you got so good at it, because you were doing it just because you loved it. You loved it, and you weren't afraid to show how much you loved it. You just, whatever this is, you did it because you loved it. And that's how you got so focused. That's how you got so good at it. That's how you got those two horses who want to go in completely opposite directions to go in the same direction, as you just loved doing it. Okay, Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords with the Eight of Swords. Okay? You are not trapped, but the reason why you are so worried is because you've got this momentum of thought. You've been thinking this kind of attitude. There's something in your attitude, this worry, this stress. Something, you got to get in there with a core belief. One of your core beliefs is really not serving you. And it has to do with your belief in whether or not you can succeed, or whether or not this is important to anyone other than yourself. Okay? You're worried that this is just amazing because it's yours and it's you. Okay? You don't know if anybody else will find value in this, and you're afraid that you're putting energy into something that isn't going to be successful. And you're going around and around and around and around in your head about it. And the truth is, you're not stuck. You're not stuck. I feel like this is the Eight of Swords will lead you to the Nine of Swords, which is I can't sleep. But this is the Eight of Swords is where it goes around and around and around and around. Whatever negative thought you've got, it's gone around and around so much that you may not even realize why you can't sleep or why you feel so bad about the situation. Why can't I believe in myself? It's because you keep letting this little wayward thought go around and around and around and around in your head, and you're not dealing with that thought. You're not dealing with that attitude. Okay, let's have a look at the Fool. Somebody or some people think you need to take this leap of faith. This says take the leap of faith, but this is what they see. You're not doing anything. You're thinking too hard about it. The Hangman is enlightened. He takes this perspective for a reason. He's not upside down for no reason. He didn't fall that way. Nobody put him there. He's there because he wanted a different perspective and he can now see it. Things make sense to him upside down. Okay? But he waits there until the perspective reveals what it is that he needs to see. So people are saying, jump, go for it, you should go forward. But they're also seeing you sort of hang back. And I feel like I said, this is a very supportive energy from others, whether it's just one person in particular that you are letting in on this particular journey or whether it's people around you in general. This is saying that they kind of understand that what you need to do is you need to be right with this jump, okay? They're kind of wishing that you would just jump already though, because this is our card. This is our clarifier, is they see you hanging back and they don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, but they do want you to line up with it. They do want you to be okay with it, but they wish you would just get to it already because they can't understand why you need this particular perspective, okay? They're not quite getting it, but they know that you need it, okay? Because they see it. They see that you should just make this leap of faith. Okay, so in our immediate future, we've got our moon. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Like I said, in the immediate future, there's that fear. And it's because this is tradition. This is doing things the right way by the book, okay? And I feel like you're afraid because you don't know how to do it by the book. And you may even be looking for somebody to mentor you on how to do it by the book. I would highly suggest, like, find somebody trusted who really knows what they're doing and has done it before, and get them to help you. Okay, but this is a commitment that is by the book. Okay, so in love readings, this guy is a marriage card. So if you can imagine that energy, but in a career, that's saying this is something that is stable, but it's a serious commitment, and you've got to kind of be traditional. You've got to have some traditional values. They've done it this way for so long, for centuries, because it works. Okay. And so I feel like you need to, in the immediate future, you're going to commit to it. It's going to scare the pants out of you, but you are going to just do things the way they've always been done, not try and reinvent the wheel. And that's going to be scary for you, but you're going to do it. You're not going to tell anyone you're doing it, but you're going to do it. And because of that, we end up with this World card. And a well-deserved rest and a healing. Okay? Once you see this world, it's going to, even if it's not as big as you thought it was, this completion, I feel like it's going to be bigger than you thought it was. But even if it's not huge as in worldwide, you're going to get some healing from it. You're going to see that all of this stressed out energy that you were bringing to the table, you don't need it anymore. You don't need to stress about it anymore. Okay? You have some faith in yourself. There's going to be a healing from that. Okay. So let's go into the charms. Yes. Remember what I said about getting a mentor, somebody who's done it before. You don't know what you're doing. This is the taxi. This says to me, hey, you might need somebody else to get you there. You might need somebody else to be in that car on that journey with you, somebody who knows what they're doing and knows where they're going. So this would be that. Again, what did I say? Relax. It's backwards to you, but that says relax. Literally says relax. And how are you going to do that? This is an adventure. And I feel like if you start to take that attitude of this is an adventure, you're going to be much more excited about it, less stressed. In other words, an adventure is not an adventure if everything goes smoothly. Okay? If it was easy, if it was a trip down to the shops, that's not an adventure. This is a journey into unknown territory, and you have no idea what's going to happen next, or when it's going to happen, or how it's going to happen, or what you're going to do when it happens. But that's an adventure. And I think the cards are saying to you, hey, relax and just have fun on your adventure. Okay? And I feel like that's it. If you take that perspective, there's going to be less of this energy, because that fear of the unknown is the only thing that's going to taint this journey. The World card at the end, like the completion is much bigger than I feel like you even expect it to be. Even if it's not worldwide, it might be worldwide. But even if it's not, I feel like it's bigger than you even ever imagined. And you're going to get some healing out of that. That's going to help you to feel better and to heal this whatever it is that's going around and around in your head. But for the moment, see it as an adventure. Okay, let's have a look at our super attractor cards, what our affirmation is. So this is your affirmation that's going to tell you what it is that I'm looking at the card, that you should tell yourself, what you should say to yourself. Pop this into the comments. If you want to affirm this straight away, pop it into the comments and tell me this back, and believe it when you say it. Otherwise, you can write it down for yourself and use it on a daily basis. When I am patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. This is a very soft, non-resistant way of saying, I know you don't know what you're doing. I know you don't know where you're going. I know you don't know how to do it. But if you just relax, where is he? If you just relax, I will show you the way. The universe will send someone to do for me what I cannot do for myself. So if there's parts that you're not sure about how to do them or what to do, the universe is going to send you people or opportunities that will ensure that whatever you can't do, the universe will take care of. Pile 2. Thank you so much for showing up. I hope you've enjoyed your reading. My first pick a card ever. And if you have enjoyed it, let me know in the comments what pile you picked and that it resonated with you. I'm going to let you guys go. We're going to get into pile number 3. Hello, pile number 3. If you picked the laughy face, this is your reading. And we're going to get into our overall energy, which is our first card to come out, which is wait. It's not yet time. Things are being woven. So that's really interesting because this is basically telling you that you may be feeling some stagnant energy. You may be feeling a little bit stuck for some reason. Whatever it is that's feeling like it's not moving forward, it's a kind of divine timing thing. In other words, there is a way forward, there is movement forward, and it's nothing that you're doing wrong. It's just that there is stuff happening behind the scenes. The cooperative components are still all coming together, and you just need to wait. You're kind of in that Abraham Hicksy sort of holding pattern where it's like, okay, things are, let the energy catch up. Okay, let the physical energy catch up with the vibrational energy. It's happening. Even though you can't see it, it's happening. But just wait. Don't move yet. Don't move. You could move. You could try and push things. You could try to pressure things. Don't. Just wait. Just wait. There's a sort of gestational period on whatever it is that you are trying to, what you're trying to birth. And if you have a look at this card, because that's just the energy that I got from the card itself. But if you have a look at the picture, this is the exact same energy. This lovely little lady here looks like she's very much in a fetal position. And she's about to be birthed through this galaxy. Seriously, that's pretty huge. It's pretty spiritual, but it's also like, it's massive. Like, that's being born through a birth canal versus being born through a galaxy is very, very different. In other words, there's something very large and very spiritual about what's about to take place, which could explain why it needs some time to pull together, and that you should just maybe just sort of hang back for a little bit. All right, so our first card, which is you, Eight of Wands. You want movement. You're communicating about whatever this is that you're trying to birth at the moment. You're communicating a lot about it. You're communicating through emails, text messages, DMs, like all that sort of stuff. You're hitting, you might be DMing like 50 people a day. Like, whatever it is that you're trying to birth right now, you're on a massive like kick to get that energy moving. I feel like you're trying to make it move right now. You're just trying to make it move. And that involves a lot of communication. The recent past, the Empress, beautiful energy. And I feel like this is the reason why you are trying to shift it, because in the recent past, you've felt the energy, the bigness of it. You know, because this is also a birthing card. This is the Empress gives birth to the Empire. Like, it can, if you are in a personal reading, a love reading, you know, we'd be talking about actual pregnancy. We could be talking about that, or we could be talking about your mother. But this Empress, she is an Empress, as in she grows an empire. She is growth and she is fertility, but she's also an Empress, which means she is the head of an empire. And remember, I said what you're birthing is huge. It's pretty big. It's not just worldwide. It's universe. It's galaxy wide. You may actually be a starseed or have some sort of spiritual connection that you are teaching or putting across to people, and that may be why it's so big. But you've got some pretty big birthing energies, and I feel like you're the mother at 37 weeks, and this will only make sense if you've ever had a child where you're like, I'm ready, get it out already. I want to give birth. But the thing is, 40 weeks, you know, just hang on. You're almost there, but just wait. You don't want to go prematurely, okay? But you're ready to go. But there's still some stuff in the background that is being lined up for you that you need to just wait on, and because you don't know what they are. You don't know what that is, but it's happening in the background. So just understand it's there and it's happening. Okay. Our next card is the present Wheel of Fortune. Again, wait for the wheel to turn. When it turns, it's going to be amazing. But the wheel's not in the right position just yet. It needs to turn. Just chill. Chill, Bill. Okay? Others are seeing you as the Nine of Wands. They can see the toll that it's taking on you. In other words, this Eight of Wands comes just before the Nine of Wands. You are wearing yourself out trying to push what can't be pushed. Okay? Everything's going as planned, but you're treating it like it's not. You're treating it like you need to be more motivated, and that if you push harder, you'll get more. And it's having the opposite effect. Please just chill, wait, because the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor, and this is big luck. This is when this is the energy of things that you can't put into place. The kind of rendezvous that you could never orchestrate. The kind of thing that outside people will call luck, you will know you've created it, but you didn't create it by going and making it happen. You attracted it to you. Okay? Just so happened that the right person saw the right thing at the right time, and voila, it had the right effect on what it is you're doing. These are the type of things that you can't orchestrate, but the universe is lining these things up for you, and you really need to just chill and wait for them to happen and stop trying to push so hard. I feel like a little bit of momentum and movement is going to be healthy for you, in the sense that it'll keep you from getting too antsy about the situation. But please understand that that is the only effect. That's the only advantage to that little bit of movement, is just it's going to stop you from getting antsy. It's not actually going to make a huge deal. What it's going to do is stop you from getting antsy while you're waiting for this wheel to turn. But other people are seeing you sort of push harder, and they're seeing the toll it's taking on you. And it may even be coming off as a little bit desperate. Okay? I feel a rather desperate energy when you're trying to push it, because it's like that sales guy who's so desperate and thirsty for that sale that he's just, and it's like, nah, dude, I've already said no. Can you just leave it alone? Like, it's getting pathetic now. And I'm not wanting to call you pathetic, because you're not. What you're trying to do is very, very valid, but it's just that people are starting to get to that point where they're like, oh, come on, you need to just lay off. You need to rest, okay? Because some of these people are genuinely concerned for your mental and emotional health, okay? But all of this pushing is not helping you, and it is starting to take its toll. Other people are starting to see it take its toll. So next, we've got the immediate future. This is what you're waiting for. A death? No, a transition. Something major is going to shift. It's not going to be anything that it used to be. Okay, this is, I wouldn't be surprised if we get butterflies in our paper charms, because this is a transition. This is the immediate future. Something is let go of and something else begins, and it changes the players on the board. Okay? It changes everything. Okay? You guys have got like 3 out of 5 major arcanas. What have we got here? And another major arcana. Okay, you've got 4 out of 6 major arcanas. Okay, this is major stuff. Of course, you're my Love Light Lifers. Of course, you're doing major. Okay, this is the Strength card. Right? This is not just being strong, not just holding back. This is taming the beast. Okay? This is taming the beast. I feel like whatever you think you're pushing towards, nothing compared to what you are going to accomplish. It's going to be even bigger. And it's going to be bigger because the universe is helping you. The universe You are very much, but it can't come in while you're pushing, while you keep pushing and pushing and pushing. You have to just wait, because the harder you push, the slower this wheel turns. If you just let go, this wheel will turn and this transition will happen. And you'll find yourself in this position where you've got a lion by the jaw. And people are just like, what? Oh my God, how did you even do that? And it's because the circumstances were just right. You just had that impulse to go when you went. You saw the opportunity and you jumped on it. And when you did, this is how it ended. You on top of the lion, tamed. If you could try for decades to do that, to learn how to do that. But the thing is, that leverage of the universe that's the important part, because it gave you extra leverage. It showed you things that you could not have seen with your own eyes. It tapped you into an energy that you can't physically tap into. You've got to wait for the universe to line those things up. Okay, so interesting. We're now seeing why you're pushing so hard. Okay, because you see yourself as this King of Pentacles. And I feel like this is who you think the king is. This is what you need to do to get to this King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles has got a lot of money. He's been around the block. He's married. He's got money. Now, you might be a female. You can be a male or a female. But the King of Pentacles, his energy that he gives you when he shows up in the reading, when you're trying to achieve a certain status, this is the guy that you want to be. And you think you're going to get there by this. And that's where you are right now. And I'm here to tell you, hey, just chill for a minute. Okay, our recent past. Oh, so there was a message that came in. This is clarifying our Empress. And like I said, I feel like this is the abundance that you have tapped into, that you know about. This is why, this is who you want to be. You want to be that King of Pentacles, but you're feeling this nurturing, this growing energy. It hasn't come to a head yet. You want to grow this empire. You want it to grow. Okay, and you're feeling that. Okay. But this little page right here has come in with this humble little wand. Now, he's a messenger. He comes with a message. But I also feel in this particular situation, what this little guy is he's where you began. You began with this humble little idea, this humble little wand, this little tiny passion. It was immature. It started with just one message. And it could be why you feel like all of these messages, these 8 wands that are usually flying through the air, all of these messages that you keep sending, you keep pushing, I feel like maybe the reason why you feel like that's the way to go by efforting so much is because this energy started with one little message. And when that message was successful, you felt like you could be this. That this is where you were going. You knew it at that point. And so you figure scaling is just about more messages. Okay? Maybe that's the logic behind it. But there was one little effort, one little push, one communication, one little passion, one tiny, and you were like, if I multiply what I did the first time, I'll get more. The bigger you get, the more opportunity for the universe to step in and start showing you things that you hadn't thought of or seen before. All right, so let's clarify this Wheel of Fortune. 8 of Cups. You've got to walk away. Leave it alone. Leave it alone for a bit. This is saying just put some distance between you and the wheel for a while. Let it move on its own. Stop watching it. What is it? A watched pot never boils. Okay, so I feel like it's saying just walk away for a bit and take a little break, chill for a little bit, whilst the wheel is turning. Don't sit there and try and watch it. It's not going to happen that way. Okay, so we've got our others. They're seeing the toll that it's taking on you. But you know what? They also see the potential. Okay, the Star card. This is hope. They very, very much see the potential of what you're doing. They understand that it's hard work and it's taking its toll on you and you're pushing and pushing, but they understand why. They're seeing the potential for it. And I think that whoever this person is or whoever these people are around you, they do believe in you. And when I said that I feel like there's a genuine feeling of concern, is they understand that there's huge potential here, because this is a major and the Nine of Wands is a minor, which means that the the effect that it's having on you, this wear and tear that it's having on you, is temporary to get to here. But they're also worried about you genuinely burning yourself out. Okay, so then we've got our Death card, which is our transition, which is our immediate future, which if you keep watching the wheel, if you keep trying to push the wheel, come on, let's go, it slows the wheel down. So even though this is the immediate future, this may not be tomorrow, it may not be a week from now, it might be a month. You could push this till next year if you wanted to. But the idea is this could be ready for you very, very shortly, depending on how well you release your resistance and stop trying to push things. Just relax and let it happen for you. Okay, so a Knight with a cup. This is about an offer. Remember when I said the players on the board are going to change? Which I thought when I said it was rather weird, because this doesn't actually show me players, but for some reason, the players on the board are going to change. And this Knight, who has a soft spot for you, is going to be a major player for you. And who he is, what he's doing, and how he's moving may have nothing to do with you, but it's what the universe is lining up for you. It's in this cup, okay? And it may involve an actual offer, and it's something that you really are emotionally attached to. This is what changes your trajectory from, oh, we're going like this, to, whoa, we're going like this. And that trajectory actually gets a boost. And you're like, wow, I didn't know it would land here. I was aiming for the top of the tree and I hit the moon kind of energy. Hey! Clarifying our Strength card, like I said, not only do you end up somehow with this magnificent beast underneath you, taming him, mouth around its jaw, taming this beast. Not only do you do that, you do it in front of everyone. The Six of Wands is not only the victory card, not just the victory card that we see here, and this is why I feel like even though there's other energies that come with the Strength card, I was feeling that this is very much a feat of strength. It's you just ending up on top of the beast, you know, just being on top, like showing your strength, just victorious. This is also a victory card. And the Six of Wands is very much about being recognized. People are going to see you do this, and they're going to be mighty impressed. And you might find that it's very much going to affect your friends and family. I'm seeing this home here. It's very much going to affect maybe the place in which you live. In other words, you may move You may move houses. It may affect your family or your living arrangements in some way. But it's a massive victory and people are going to see it. It may just be that it's your family and friends who are watching you. Maybe it's not in the public eye in the sense that maybe you're not famous in any way, but it could be that, or it could be just that your friends and family are seeing you, okay? And they're seeing this major victory for you, okay? So let's have a look at our paper charts. Okay. Interesting. What did I say? I wouldn't be surprised if we get this, okay? Because this is what I was talking about, okay? So this shift here is a major. There are two cards that I made that have butterflies on them. One has a really big butterfly and it has to go this way, and the other one is this one. So this is a small transition. This is a small change, but this is the major change. And I feel like a small change in the people around you causes a huge shift in the game. If you can imagine it like a chess game, maybe only one piece moves, but it changes the board from I'm probably going to lose to I'm going to be victorious in the next 3 moves. Okay, that's how big it changes. Okay, just a small change turns into a very big change for you. It's a huge transition for you. It benefits you majorly, but in the beginning, you may not even notice it because it's only just a small, tiny little shift. And it changes your direction. But you have to follow, because both of these cards are cards of, because I see this as like a GPS, okay? So this is turn by turn option, and this is street signs. So this is telling me you have ample guidance on how to get to here. You just got to be listening for it. You got to be feeling for it. Stop pushing and start listening. Okay, let's see what we've got in way of your, this is your super attractor card. And this is your affirmation. So you can affirm it right now and write it in the comments, or you can write it down for yourself, or you can do both and you can affirm this to help you. And I'm only just seeing this card right now, but we have manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. Hello. What have I just been saying? I swear to you, like this card, this is the first time I'm reading this card, and I don't even know this deck. I've only just bought it. So, but this is your affirmation, and what it's telling you is exactly what I've been telling you. Manifesting isn't about all this work that you're trying to put in. It's the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates, co-create with the universe. Because if you just walk away and let the wheel turn, okay, this transformation is going to happen and that victory is going to be yours. And it's going to be much bigger than you think it is, and people are going to see it. So manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. Pop that in the comments or write it down for yourself. But remember this affirmation is, if you remember nothing from this, remember that, because it's telling you, hey, stop trying to do everything yourself and just shift around physical objects and things and start actually using the leverage of the universe and start using your attraction power rather than trying to just do everything yourself. So that was you, pile number 3, my laughy faces. Hope you've enjoyed your reading today, and I hope you got something out of it. Let me know which pile that you picked and tell me if it resonated with you in the comments. And I will see you later.